Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea. So if you clicked on this video, you're probably very unhappy at your current job. You wish you could quit, but you can't because you have bills to pay, or maybe you don't have that next job lined up yet, and you really want some advice to help you survive this job. No worries, you came to the right place. So I'm on the same boat. Here are tips to help you survive a job you hate. Remember, you're not alone. It turns out that 85% of people dislike their job.
Please let that sink in.
85%. Working a job you dislike is the most normal thing ever. I used to feel like I was the only person who wasn't working a job that I was super passionate about, when in actuality, we all share that same struggle. Some people don't even have passions. You guys know what I mean? There's just something comforting in knowing that other people share the same struggles. Practice acceptance with your job. People deal with situations differently. So on one hand, you have people who talk about how much they hate their job constantly. Like, it becomes kind of a personality trait of them. And then you have another person who dislikes their job just as much, or maybe even more, but you wouldn't really even know. You don't see them complaining all the time. I've noticed people who are accepting of their job just focus on what's in their control, and they don't overly fixate on how much they hate their job. There's no point in complaining about your job all the time if it's not going to change your situation. Whether you're trying to leave your job or you know you have to be in your job for a very long time, practicing acceptance is just going to make everything so much better. Find and focus on the positives. So I used to feel like I hated every single minute of my job, when in reality I was exaggerating a bit. There are some things that I don't completely despise. That's just humans. We're hardwired to always focus on the negatives first. As humans, we also tend to take a lot of things for granted. Do a pros and cons list. Maybe you like how much you're getting paid. Maybe you like the fact that your job isn't physically tiring. I know for me, I like that I get mileage reimbursement. Don't compare your situation to that of others. So I've been working jobs that I dislike ever since I was 18. But funny enough, back then, it wasn't such a problem. I think it was because I wasn't aware that I was supposed to be unhappy. With the rise of social media, inevitably we compare our jobs to those of others, whether consciously or not. This is where you learn that you're not supposed to be happy with working a job that isn't your dream or your passion. While I don't really encourage you to focus a lot on the negatives, in this context I do. Think about all the things you dislike at your job and use all those feelings of anger and frustration towards getting a new job. What I'm not a fan of is letting those type of negative emotions ruin you, ruin your day. There's some circumstances where you really can't get another job, and your best bet is to just practice acceptance. But for the majority of people, there always is another opportunity, but it's not going to come out of nowhere. Something holding people back is just being intimidated by work applications and not meeting the qualifications on the job description. Let me tell you guys something. No one ever meets all the qualifications on there, okay? Avoid negative self-talk. Now, it's one thing to use negative emotions to motivate you to get out of a bad situation, but it's a whole other thing to practice negative self-talk. This is the quickest route to depression. We really underestimate the role that negative self-talk has on our mental health and just our well-being. You are allowed to dislike your job, but please don't tell yourself negative things like,
oh my goodness, I hate it here. Oh my gosh, am I gonna be here forever? What am I gonna do?
Statements like that are not making your situation any better. Try your best to stay out of your head and don't overthink the future. I know for a while I would always think to myself, man, I'm wasting another day in my life. What is the future gonna hold for me? And I would get really sad, but no, you're not supposed to think that way. Tomorrow is never promised. I would just recommend taking things day by day. When you can't find fulfillment at work, y'all, it's time to find it elsewhere. I personally find a lot of like life satisfaction and happiness spending time with my family and just the people that I love. Even on my worst days, like spending time with them never fails to energize me. Interacting with others and socializing also gets your mind off work. Sometimes we gotta get to know what's going on in the lives of other people other than ourselves. Investing in a hobby can also make you feel fulfilled. I used to be one of those people who was like, I don't have any hobbies, and I was like mad about it, but it was because I never made the effort to have one. Yes, some people are naturally like inclined to do certain things, but a lot of us, we're just not making the effort to have interests and have activities that we like to do. I just want to emphasize that finding fulfillment outside of work takes effort, okay guys? Having things to look forward to, no matter who you are or what circumstance you're in, is a guaranteed way to bring happiness into your life, okay? And it doesn't have to be anything big. Maybe you're looking forward to a trip to the lake. Maybe it is some really big trip to Europe, or maybe you're looking forward to having time off from work, a PTO day, whatever it is. I love having things to look forward to. So then when I'm at work, I can daydream about it. I'm like, oh my God, have a contribution mindset. So I first heard about this mindset on the Huberman Lab podcast. I'll put down the episode where they talk about it. The contribution mindset is this idea of looking at what you can do to help others as opposed to what the world can do for you. For a long time, we've all known that helping other people makes us feel good. Many times we dislike our job because it feels meaningless. We feel like we're not really contributing to the world in a positive way, when in reality, you are helping someone, okay? A lot of times our jobs feel inconsequential, but I can guarantee you that one way or another, you are having a positive impact on someone's life. But you have to see it that way. And that's what this contribution mindset, at least for me, helped with, is like looking at how you're helping others and using wanting to help others as motivation to do difficult things. Don't take things personal. A lot of times people hate their jobs, not because of their job necessarily, but because of their manager. And I think it has a lot to do with us taking things personally from our managers when maybe they're not super nice to us. If you insist on taking things personally, you're only gonna suffer a lot, and you're probably gonna have to quit a job that maybe you didn't want to quit. And lastly, have a healthy lifestyle. Please do not underestimate what eating healthy and getting good sleep can do for you. Having a healthy lifestyle is gonna help you feel better. It's gonna help you have the energy to apply to different jobs, have the energy to even just get through like a bad day at work. That is all I have for you guys. I really enjoyed making this video. I hope it was helpful in some way. Let me know your thoughts down below on this video, and also share some advice that you have to survive a job that you hate, please. We all need to help each other out. I love you guys. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.